Oh, moin zusammen, weiter geht's mit Wasteland 3. Wir haben jetzt ja hier im Prinzip den ganzen Marktplatz, die Werkstatt und den Dock ja, erkundet und gefunden. Garten der Götter kamen wir, glaube ich, noch nicht rein. Cassidy haben wir noch den Tresor geknackt, der da drin war. Ich würde jetzt mal, gespeichert hatte ich gerade, hier einfach mal das Schloss knacken und hier mal reingucken. Animatronik. Ich weiß nicht, ob es Ärger gibt. Ich könnte es mir fast denken. Diese Anzeige funktioniert nicht. Ah, Schalter. Anzeige funktioniert nicht, okay. Ah, weil ich hier auch keinen Strom habe, ne? Der originale und authentische Vertrag, der die 100 Familien zur Sicherheit des Volkes von Colorado unter der Herrschaft des Patriarchen vereinte. Die Waffe des Patrioten. Ein Replikat des Gewehrs, das Sheriff Daisy benutzte, als sie während des Kriegs gegen die Ebenenbanden an der Seite des Patriarchen kämpfte. Für ihre Tapferkeit, Heldenhaftigkeit und taktische Brillanz hatte sie zum Sheriff von Colorado Springs ernannt, okay? Kybernetische Glieder. Künstliche Gliedmaßen und Augmentation, die nach der legendären Schlacht von Pumpkin Center den Körpern besiegter Narbensammler entnommen wurden, als der Patriarch die wilden Warlords der östlichen Ebene ein für alle Mal besiegte. Eine Dose gebackene Bohnen aus dem Bunker, wo die Familie des Patriarchen die Feuerflut abgewartet hat. Nahrung in Dosen wie diese war alles, was sie zum Essen hatten. Anders als heute. Jetzt versorgt der Patriarch uns mit frischem Gemüse aus dem Gewächshaus. Der alte Baldy, ein mechanischer Adler mit einem rot-weiß-blauen Zylinder, plumpst auf eine rustikale Stange.
Why, hello there! My name's Old Baldy, and this here is the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage Museum, or, as I like to call it, home. Me and my friends here dedicated to telling the story of old Saul Buchanan and the refounding of the great state of Colorado, which is just the first step in Saul's plan to bring back the good old United States of America. Now, just stroll from stage to stage and we'll tell you the story along the way. Any questions before you go?
Ja, erzähl uns Buchenlands Geschichte.
Well, I don't want to spoil the show, but it begins with Saul's humble start in this very town, and it follows the trials and tribulations he faced uniting the 100 families, defeating the monster army, and bringing peace and security to Colorado. And, in case you were worried, it's suitable for children of all ages.
Die Flüsterer, der Adlerstreich nach Komm schon, Paul, erzähl uns die Geschichte.
Stop! Step back! It is against museum rules to fondle the displays.
Hat Buchanan das Museum für sich selbst
Saul
gebaut?
Buchanan is far too modest for such egotistical shenanigans. No, sir. It was the 100 families who built this place as a gracious thank you to the patriarch for all he's done for them. Look just like my picture, don't I? Now, wait a minute. Let me give you my good side. There you go. I gotta admit, though, I'm looking better than I was. Life's been pretty tough on old Baldy since the world went to pot. Lost a lot of feathers. But now that Patriarch Buchanan's rebuilding America, I'm starting to feel like my old self again.
Okay,
Great! Then on with the show! youngest son of the Buchanan clan. Brave survivors of the
Ja, und
fall of man.
die Schalter funktionieren ja alle
Baby
nicht.
Saul grew straight like a tree, could swing a sledgehammer before he was 3.
Das Schwert von Nelius Dorsey, der seinen Clan in einem versuchten Putsch gegen den Patriarchen geführt hat. Nelius und die Dorseys wurden nach einem verräterischen Anschlag auf das Leben des Patriarchen besiegt und gibt es sie nicht mehr. Uniform eines Soldaten in der Monsterarmee, der Bande, die Colorado Springs terrorisiert hat, bis der Patriarch sie besiegt hat und Treue gewonnen hat. Kugellöcher und das Blut zeigen die Heftigkeit der Kämpfe an. Guck mal.
With the families behind them, Saul went to war and fought all the monsters of Satan's bazaar. He lined them all up and he cut them all down till Flap the inhaler surrendered his crown. Buchanan spared Flap and made him a deal. If your boys work for me, they'll never miss a meal. Flap signed up on the dotted line. Now his monsters keep us safe in the evening time. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You can say that again.
Okay, ein paar sind umgekippt da hinten.
With the families behind him, Saul went to war and fought all the monsters of Satan's bazaar. He lined them all up and he cut them all down till Flap the inhaler surrendered his crown.
Vor der Mechanik Level
Buchanan
3.
spared
Okay.
Flap and made him a deal. If your boys were well, the Dorseys thought they had a better idea. Believed they could rule by murder and fear. Tried to steal Colorado from our patriarch. Brutal Saul from his fight was worse than his part. Drove out the Dorseys and gave their land to the poor and the needy and the Indians. So mercy for the merciless was his stand. So he hunted the Dorseys to the very last man. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You can say that again.
Jetzt gehen die doch.
Then
Okay.
came the gangs of the eastern plains, hoping to rob us of our worldly gains. Old Saul saw him coming and he rolled up his sleeves. He said, "You're all nothing but a pack of thieves." Strong as an ox at 70. He faced down the savages again and again, and drove them back to the desolate east, and secured for Colorado an endless peace. He's a man. Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. Say that again.
Benötigt Elektrizität und den Generator. Ja, kann ich noch nicht. Gut, dann erstmal wieder raus, ja. Ja, das geht ja vielleicht auch, ne?
The 100 families came to CEO Springs, and all fell to fighting over frivolous things, till Saul raised their heads to the circling wings of the vultures who were waiting to dine like kings. He said that the only way to save the land was to bury the hatchet and all shake hands. So they signed the treaty in a single day and begged him to lead them and show them the way. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You can say that again.
Gut, dann sind wir hier auch durch. Garten der Götter, Colorado, Broadmoor Heights, Werkstatt. Ich glaube, wir gehen jetzt mal zur Station des Marshals.
Come on back after I open up my shop.
Get your Colorado Patriot here, hot off the press.
Ah, hier, guck mal, wir können noch mal mit die Mutti quatschen.
Not fair.
You Rangers are heroes. I'm gonna tell everyone what you did for my son.
Not fair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rangers, wow. Can't thank you enough for saving me.
Okay,
I love you. Please be safe.
Don't worry, Mom. Your boy is gonna be a ranger.
If it's too dangerous for you, Marshals, maybe I should go in there myself.
Marshal dies, Marshal das.
Sheriff Daisy! Sheriff!
Miss, please.
I've had enough of this. Why won't you people do anything?
Hilfsmarschall Lucia Wesson.
Ah, Marshals! Finally! I was beginning to think you were never going to help. Hold on now. You aren't Marshals. You look like ruffians. Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I've been waiting here on tenterhooks for an hour.
Ist immer so unhöflich?
I'm sorry. I was raised better than that. It's just... I am under considerable duress. My family has been kidnapped by those no-good Dorseys, and the Marshals will give me no answers about their situation. They won't even speak to me. I must know how the sheriff intends to rescue them. And when.
Bist du überhaupt?
My name is Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. But now they and my little brother have been kidnapped by those good-for-nothing Dorseys, and I fear for their lives.
Kannst du uns mehr über die 100 Familien erzählen?
We are the founding families of Colorado Springs, descended from the survivalists who came together after the deluge of fire and helped the patriarch build a stronger Colorado. I'm proud to trace my lineage back before the war on both sides of my family.
So. Was ist hier eigentlich
Someone
los?
let the Dorseys into town, and the savages have taken my family hostage, along with a good many others, and retreated to the Garden of the Gods. I came here to demand that Sheriff Daisy immediately mount an expedition to save them, but her marshals keep putting me off. That may be, but my family is one of the leading families of Colorado Springs. We have been longtime allies of the Patriarch and supporters of all he stands for. Surely that should be given some consideration.
Ist hier irgendjemand, von dem du glaubst, dass er weniger Beachtung als du verdienst?
I suppose not. We are all equal in the eyes of God, as they say. I am just frustrated. That is all. It doesn't seem that anything is being done.
Hier sind die Arizona Rangers, wir können dir helfen.
Well, you look capable enough, but I don't know you from Adam. Why, you might be robbers or bandits. No. Thanks all the same, but I think I'll continue to wait on the proper authorities. Frustrating though that may be. Sheriff Daisy, I will not leave until you speak to me. Please put in a word to the sheriff for me. If she'd only lend me a marshal or two, I'd rescue my family myself.
Okay, sie hat den Dialog eingestellt. Marshal Rampos.
Too old to fight the Dorseys, they said.
Betrunkener.
Someone's sure having a hell of a party, huh? All that screaming and fireworks?
Ich glaube, das gibt Ärger. Ich spreche noch mal zwischen, wenn ich hier einfach reingehe. Könnte gut sein, dass es Ärger gibt. Tisch. Guter Bulle, böser Bulle und eine schwingende Glühbirne. Ein Klassiker. Schlossknacken erfordert 4. Yeah. Medizinischer Kram immer gut. Granatenkiste, Drogenversteck, große Behälter. Fokus. Nikopox. Granatenkiste. Gelbe Schneeballenball, Herstellungsrezept. Molotow-Cocktail nutzbar. Oh, guck mal hier, ein neues Gewehr. Scharfschützengewehr, Level 7. Benötigt 3 Scharfschützengewehr, okay. Legierter Lauf. Bei Panzerung.
some more watchtowers around
Grab
the
100 family and
Dorsey
soldier
said right past
hostages.
the ones we've got.
Many as we could. Especially that Percy Wesson and his kin. Neely just wanted them bad. Then hit the palace. Kill the patriarch. Is that it? Swear to God and the deluge of blood. That's all I know. I bet we can help you recollect a little more. I told you what I know. Don't.
Den haben sie, glaube ich, kaputt gemacht. So, neues Scharfschützengewehr. Schau es dir mal an. Level 3. 34 bis 48. Armeegewehr. Wo ist es denn? Da. Guck mal. 50 bis 69. 16 bis 20. 50 bis 69. Wo war das andere jetzt? Durchschlag 6. Durchschlag 12. Okay, auch nicht schlecht. Massenschwerpunkt. Schalte sie sauber aus. Ein verlässlicher Angriff, der über eine Trefferchance von plus 20%, aber minus 100% kritische Chance und minus 33% Schaden verfügt. Okay. Umschalt L. Okay. Ach, guck mal, dann kann man so gegenhalten und vergleichen. Okay, cool.
Miss Wesson, could you... I'm sorry. I have to talk to these folks. Sorry about that. Are you the Rangers? We were told to expect you. Sheriff Daisy's waiting for you in the back. We're a bit frantic here at the moment, but let me know if you need anything else.
Welche Ratschläge?
Don't blink. Reports. Lots of reports. The Dorsey raid really tore up the town. Murder, looting, fires. They even attacked this station. Not that they got very far. It's been exhausting.
Kannst du uns etwas über die Marshals erzählen?
It's on the back of the box. We keep the peace here in Colorado Springs. Mostly, though, we do what Sheriff Daisy says. Thanks.
Okay.
If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
Marshal-Vertreter. Oh, Kaffeemaschine. Die Marshals müssen jeden Tag eine Menge Kaffee trinken. Sheriff Daisy, Senior Marshal.
Sheriff wants to speak to you, Rangers.
Okay, dann quatschen wir mal mit ihr. Der Sheriff ist eine statueske Frau mit grauen blonden Haaren und Stirnlächeln.
Well, now you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass, especially at a time like this. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages.
Ja, das haben wir schon gehört.
Thing is, I lost a lot of Marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those Dorseys for us. Maybe find out how the hell they got into the city in the first place. Then shoot the everlasting shit out of them and save those hostages. Got it?
Lucia, Wesson will mit über die Rettung der Familie aus den Händen der Dorseys reden.
That girl? You think I ain't heard her yapping? But I got a couple of 50 other people yapping at me, too. Tell you what, though. Her people are 100 family folks from the fancy side of town, so they got some pull. You can do me a big favor and kill 2 birds with 1 stone if you take little Miss Wesson with you when you go to save them. In fact, I'm going to insist on it. I need that girl out of my hair. I'll let Lipinski know you're bringing her along. He won't let you into the garden without her. Don't worry. She knows which end of the gun the bullets come out of. Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers.
Okay, kriegen wir hin. So, sie soll mitkommen.
I'm not sure why the sheriff didn't assign me marshals, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. I am the Miss Wesson she spoke of. Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. As Sheriff Daisy told you, they and some of our neighbors were taken hostage by the Dorseys, and I mean to free them. All of them. So, I am ready when you are.
Ja, was kannst du uns über die Dorseys erzählen?
No good traitors, that's what they are. Used to be 100 Families, like us, but rotten. Backstabbers, every one of them. At least that's what my father says. They rebelled against the patriarch before I was born, and were driven from the city. I was always told they were dead and gone. It seems I was misinformed.
Was ist dieser Garten der Götter? Sheriff Daisy hat nichts davon gesagt.
It's a project of the Ward family. A showcase for their know-how. They grow food there using the latest technologies. Colorado Springs leads the world in science. But there are plenty of places to hide in the garden. The Dorseys could be laying for us anywhere. We shall have to be cautious.
Okay.
Certainly. My father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk, and I'm the best shot in the city. You may ask anyone. Everyone knows what I can do.
Aber hast du schon mal jemanden getötet? Wenn sie nicht, wie gut du schießen kannst, wir nehmen keine Kinder mit in den Kampf.
No. But I have hunted. There's no need to worry that I will be shy about pulling the trigger. I promise, strangers, if it is to save my family, I will not hesitate.
Überleben, Stufe 3. Oh, schade, habe ich nicht. Okay, also gut, gehen wir.
At last.
Der Revolverheld. Okay, Begleiter. Du hast deine ersten Begleiter rekrutiert. Begleiter sind einzigartige Truppenmitglieder. Im Gegensatz zu den von dir erstellten Rangern sind Begleiter und vorgefertigte Charaktere, die ihre eigene Persönlichkeit und ihre eigenen Pläne haben. Wenn du sie verärgerst, lassen sie dich im Stich. Begleiter 2. Du kannst bis zu 6 Charaktere in deinem Trupp haben. Bis zu 4 von ihnen können Ranger-Rekruten sein, sodass mindestens 2 Plätze für Begleiter frei bleiben. Es spricht nichts dagegen, sie mitzunehmen, wenn du dir ihrer Loyalität sicher sein kannst. Okay, gucken wir mal rein, was sie kann. Ein Rezept für 38er Munition, sehr cool. Okay, die hat einen ziemlich fetten Revolver dabei, Handfeuerwaffen, Waffenmodifizierung, Tauschhandel, Überleben. Ja, nehmen wir sie erstmal mit. Inventar, was hast du denn noch so? Keine Rüstung. Der schießt mit. Was ist das für eine Munition? Besessen von Lucia Wesson. Derzeit ausgerüstet. 38er. 45er. 38er und Schrotpatronen. Haben wir alles. Das war, glaube ich, auch eine 9 mm, ne? Ja. Okay, cool. Jetzt sind wir jetzt schon zu 5. Rezept entdeckt. Maximalmagazin. Station des Marshals. Okay, zweimal rechts abbiegen, einmal geradeaus.
Extra, extra! Cowardly attack on Colorado!
Garden of the Gods is just north of Market Square. Marshal Lupinski should be out front.
Okay, ich würde sagen, hier mache ich noch mal einen kleinen Break und dann sehen wir uns da drin gleich wieder. Viel Spaß bei dem, bis gleich und ciao.